Action needs to be taken right now. What action is what we really need to be talking about? And that is why today I'm going to be telling you what actions should be taken right now in the current state of the market. But before we continue, subscribe, because every day I'm in the trenches and every day I make these videos letting you know what's going on. So let's continue. I talked about how action needs to be taken, and we're going to be looking first at meme coins, second at the main coin. So starting off with the meme coins, look at how much green there is. But more than just green, I would like to point out the size of the green. So there's tons of green bubbles, meaning there's tons of coins that have gone up. But we're not just talking about 1 to 2%. Some of these have gone up, like Cat, 893%, Luna, 157%. And then there's smaller ones like Toshi is up 27%, Doge is up 3%, Brett is only up 0.93%. But point being, some of the bigger names are up there, and some of the smaller names are up at a very significant rate. But what I want to point out is that they are not as high today as they were yesterday, which shows that we are in a slight pullback from the giant push to the upside we got, which is exactly what you want to see. Why? Because if you missed your opportunity to buy in as it was pumping, when it pulls back, even if it isn't a super crazy pullback, then it still gives you the opportunity to buy. Now, looking at the main coins, I'm going to show you exactly when I bought and how this has affected my trading. Let's look at Bitcoin. So Bitcoin was at a peak. You see, we got a nice push to the upside and then a pullback where we hit at the low side $92,000, and then we have wicked all the way up to $97,000, and now we currently sit at $96,000, but we sit at a red candle. Guys, this is big news. The reason being, because we had a pullback and there was tons of people who were afraid, because we saw such tremendous losses. Now I say tremendous losses, but this is what you are hearing online. People are saying Bitcoin's done for, the bull market is over, the bear market is taking over. If you didn't take profits, then you were stupid, then all yada yada yada. People were saying all these crazy things, but when you do some actual TA, when you actually look at where Bitcoin was, it wicked and it went down and just retested the bottom level of the golden ratio, which is not only perfectly healthy, but exactly what we wanted to see. The reason we wanted to see this is because Bitcoin kept going up, up, and up, and it needed a nice reset in order to gain back some momentum. People were actually getting scared to buy Bitcoin because of how fast and how far up it had gone. Once people see the triple digits, then they get a little squeamish with their money because they don't know how far it's going to go. But now that it dropped down to the low 90s, people are more confident because they can see where it can go. The last time we were at the pullback level of $92,000 was way back here in November 27th. So back in 2024, November 27th is when we hit the bottom here and then just started buying, and Bitcoin started going up, reaching a peak of $106,000. And we're seeing the same trend play out now. We see that we hit a bottom of $92,000 and now we're starting to go up. But like I've said in previous videos, and like I will say in the future, for Bitcoin to go up, for any coin to go up, we need to have a zone by zone mindset. Meaning, before it can reach all-time highs, before it can smash records and make face melting gains, we need to take the next zone. It goes zone by zone. So right now, Bitcoin made a nice push to the upside and we're seeing a red candle. I actually like seeing these red candles as we get closer to the top of a zone, because that means that with a slight pullback that the bears are winning. The bears are getting their push. They're getting out all their energy right now, which gives the bulls a nice break and gives them some breathing room so that they can have a nice push to the upside, especially since it's pulling back and people are saying, oh, well, it could go to 106,000. Now it's at 96,000. We can see it goes up about 10,000 is before we reach our all-time high again. So people are wanting to get in because of the gains they've seen. Now let's follow some other coins we've been following all throughout this recent pullback. First being Solana. So Solana has actually done something pretty incredible, and it's actually about to take that 0.5 zone. So Solana had a very far pullback all the way down to that 0.786 zone, which was quite concerning because Solana could have actually hit a full reset, which is not the type of move we'd like to see. But Solana held strong and they've taken it zone by zone. Solana was at the set 0.786. They conquered that and they're at the 0.618. Solana is actually now about to take that 0.5 zone, but it closed right on the border, which is a nice thing. I've seen that in the past when it closes right on the border, then it's more likely to break above and close. So Solana is one of those things where you need to keep your eye on it, especially because of all the meme coins that are going around on the Solana blockchain. Then it's really helping Solana because people are buying and selling Solana like crazy. So Solana can have a nice recovery. It can break all-time records. What we need to see first, though, is it take the 0.5 zone. Again, zone by zone. Moving on to Doge. Doge has not quite taken the next zone, and it's at that 0.5 level. Now, Doge, it's one of those things where it needs more momentum than some of the other coins. It needs a little more motivation in order to pump. What I mean by this is you can see that it has tons of little micro moves before it makes a big move. And we're seeing this here, micro moves before it can possibly make a big move to the upside. We're seeing some micro moves before it reaches the halfway point in the 0.5 ratio, and then it kind of stalls, and now it's going to do a couple more small moves before it can make another big move. We saw that back here, some little moves before it started making a big move, some little moves and then a bigger move. That's just how Dogecoin works. So it's one of those things where you need to keep your eye on it and kind of look 2 steps forward. You need to kind of think 1 step ahead. Me personally, I've bought into Doge, but I bought in way back here when it was still lower. Is it too late now? No, it's not too late. The price difference between 33 cents and 31 cents is not that great of a price difference. On the chart, it may look like a crazy difference, but 2 cents is not that much. Now, second to last, let's look at Cardano. Cardano has been doing pretty interesting moves. So Cardano actually hit that point, that one level, which is something we did not want to see, broke above it, and so now we are actually in a negative level. We are below the swing low, and then it made moves to the upside. It smashed through that one level, and now it's about to smash through the 0.786 level and go on to the 0.618 level. Hopefully it can do that within the next couple of days and just keep making some big moves. What I'd really like to see, though, is for it to have a pullback or to kind of stall going to a range and then make the big moves. The reason I say this is because if Cardano just keeps making big moves, then when it gets to the top, at the first signs of a pullback, people who are seeing crazy gains are going to just sell, sending the whole thing plummeting again, which just resets all the momentum, all the work we've done. Finally, let's look at XRP. XRP is in the golden ratio right now. We went from swing high to swing low. We stayed in that golden ratio for a little bit, broke down, actually broke below the 0.5 zone and then kept going up. Now we're almost to the 0.236 zone, which is something that is really nice because after that zone, we set all-time highs. So, what have we seen in today's videos? We've seen that crypto overall has been moving in an upward direction, and that Bitcoin, the biggest coin, is having a slight pullback, which can give a nice opportunity to buy in. But not just that, because it's having that slight pullback, it's basically locking in the gains it's made because it shows that at the first sign of a pullback, people are not going to sell. We've seen that some other coins like Dogecoin and Cardano and even XRP are having very good success right now, and that if you would have bought back when it was way lower, then you would see some nice gains right now. That being said, I will see y'all tomorrow. Adios.